was the car that you were ferried as a kid in, or the one that you ferried your kids in, or the one you were dropped to school in, or maybe the one you bunked your college in. Well, in some form or the other, we've all had an association with this car. When delicensing happened, Maruti packed its bags and loaded itself onto the plane that was headed to India. That time the competition was zilch and the aspirations were low. And amidst all of that, a legend was born, one that continues to rule the roads of India even today.
My father bought it long time back. It was like some 10 to 12 years back. And then he upgraded to a new car and I got this one for me.
And with the coming of the Alto 800, Maruti is clearly talking a different, a stylized and a more urban language. And with retention of the 800 moniker, it is even being understood by those who would just want to upgrade from their legendary 800 and go back to Maruti.
Well, I bought an Alto 800 because it looks very cute. It's a nice car. Red is my favorite color, and it has been stylized a lot.
We people are quickly lapping up budget hatches given the last mile connectivity problems in India and the conditions of public transportation. Upgrading to a personal car just becomes inevitable. At about 3.4 meters of length and 1.4 meters of width, the car is fairly compact. Add to that its 4.6 meters of turning radius, a little bigger than the Nano but perfect for zipping through traffic, and yes, of course, parking in the worst of parking lots. After 800, people still needed the reassurance of a Maruti brand, and the Alto 800 fits itself perfectly there at a starting price of 2.44 lakhs, being roughly about a lakh lower than the Alto K10.
Well, I travel daily for around 60 kilometers to and fro from my house to office. I basically bought this car because it's very inconvenient if you come by public transport. Especially public transport here in this area is very bad.
Practicality and affordability are the name of the games that Maruti has aced with the new offering. In order to further make its proposition attractive, it has not just made the engine BS5 proof, but it has also plugged in the 35 kg CNG tank to alter between petrol and CNG under Maruti's green umbrella. With this proposition at a starting price of 3.19 lakhs, it claims a mileage of about 30.46 kilometers per kg, and that is about 40% more than that on the petrol variant.
I chose CNG because first of all it's very inexpensive. It cost me around 39.90 rupees per kg, and it gives me a good mileage of around 25 to 28 kilometers per kg. That is a good choice, I guess. The auto wala would charge me around rupees 50 from the nearest metro station to the office, so that makes it rupees 100 twice. And this car would cost me around 60 to 70 rupees per day from home to office and back to home. That is a lot of saving, I guess, and yeah, I can go shopping.
For the company that caught India's Kitna Deti Hai nerve, Maruti, its core competency has always been low-cost cars. But the reality is that they would still not be termed cheap. Well, they're just inexpensive.
The interiors aren't the best thing in the world. The shade is pretty drab and the space at the back is good enough for two alone. But I called it a vehicle of personal mobility, and what Maruti's done with it is on one side. You too find yourself personalizing it to make it a home on four wheels for yourselves. Nano, I would still say, is a better engineered product on the inside with spaces built into the dash, and Dion is overall better looking. But with that said, Alto 800 is definitely a much more stylized 800.
Well, so India's latest search engine has definitely got smarter, more fuel efficient and definitely future-proof. But ditching its original soapbox demeanor with straight lines for a very curvaceous body and detailed elements may not make it a recipe for all, but it sure tickles our taste buds of memory.
It's very loyal. I mean, it's been there with me throughout all these years, throughout all the walks of life and all the seasons, be it winter, rains, and yeah, it's there with me throughout, and I plan to even keep it with me for the entire life as a vintage car maybe.